Hey guys, welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle. And how many of you were fans of the Witcher franchise? Whether it be the books, the video games, the Netflix television show. Honestly, I can't call myself a Witcher fan, but I'm a huge Henry Cavill fan. And by this point, we all know. He's been recast, it sucks. Henry Cavill is... Oh, the man's so dreamy. Anyway, however, got an interesting article from comicbook.com stating that the Witcher franchise star breaks silence on Henry Cavill and Liam recasting. Now, for anybody up to date and who cares about the truth, we know the real reason. But I want to see what this article had to say. I want to see if maybe there's a hint of honesty in here. Honestly, I kind of doubt that's going to be the case, but we'll see. So let's go through this. Henry Cavill has been having an eventful year with his triumphant return as Superman in the Dwayne Johnson-led Black Adam. It was also revealed that Cavill would be exiting Netflix's hit series The Witcher, and Liam Hemsworth would be taking over the role of Geralt of Rivia. The actor exiting the role seems pretty amicable, and fans seem interested to see Hemsworth take on the character. Do they, though? Do they really? I haven't seen anybody, frankly, I haven't seen anybody one way or the other, but if I was looking for those full... Actually, that's not true. Everyone in my friend group, I haven't been paying attention to what the internet says, but everyone in my friend group who are massive Witcher fans, I can think of at least two off the top of my head, are pissed about this decision. And we'll get to why, because I'm pretty sure they didn't know what I explained to them, but after I explained it to them, they agreed with Cavill. So, Cavill commented on leaving the role and even gave his replacement high praise, stating that he has enthusiasm to see Hemsworth take on the character. Now, the star of the Witcher spin-off, The Witcher Blood Origin, Michelle Yeoh, has broken her silence on the situation, and it seems that she is excited to see what Hemsworth will bring to the table. Okay, so when it says the star, they're talking about the star of the film. Yeah, see, I knew that this is going to be some sort of dishonest little, obviously, Cavill wasn't breaking his silence, because we all know the truth. He doesn't have to break his silence. Now, Michelle Yeoh's a fine actor, or actress. She's great. Have I seen the new Witcher project? No. Am I going to? Also no. But I just want to state for the record, I find her fantastic. She says, I think Henry did such an amazing job, Yeoh revealed to E! News. Let's see what Liam has to bring, right? That's how it is. And yeah, that is how it is. But that is how it is for bullshit reasons. So, this is the big question. Why did Henry Cavill exit his Witcher role? Let's see if they're honest. There's been no official word on why the actor exiled his Geralt of Rivia role. Well, no official word, but we know. But the main consensus is that he left to play Superman in the DC universe for the foreseeable future. Cavill recently broke his silence on his Superman return during Black Adam, and he revealed that it was a top moment in his career. I mean, well, yeah, it's Superman. He is arguably, aside from maybe Spider-Man and Batman, the most iconic superhero of all time. Playing Superman is the dream of any chiseled, well-jawline, God-gifted actor. And I think Cavill fits perfect. Cavill is the best Superman. I mean, I love Christopher Reeve as much as the next guy. I'm pretty sure most of you don't even know who George Reeves was, but he's an OG Superman actor. I even think Brandon Routh, while it was a shit movie, had great potential as Superman and did the role justice. But Henry Cavill is Superman. I mean, the dude is just incredible. So, while I get the speculation that is to focus on Superman, that's not the truth. And we'll get to that in a minute. Well, I was on The Witcher. Should I read this in a British accent like he has? Well, I was on The Witcher. No, I can't do that. Well, I was on The Witcher, and I got a call saying, hey, this is happening. When can you make it? Or when can you do it? And I was like, I'm working 6 days a week. I don't know when I can do this. Cavill said of the opportunity. They said, we've got these days. And I said, okay, I'll come and do it. We had to get clearance from The Witcher production, but it was so top secret we couldn't tell them what. We just said, hey, there's this thing I've got to do. Can you clear it for me? I don't know whether anyone suspected or not, but there was all this talk about Comic-Con at the time as well. So I went to Warner Bros. Studios in the UK on a super secret set. All whispers and capes, everything all hidden, and got back into the suit. So here's the thing. I get he was working 6 days a week. I can believe that. I think that Henry is trying to be very coy with his wording here. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, acting is a gig economy. You can't risk throwing away all your roles to tell the truth sometimes. I get that. It sucks, but it's a harsh reality of the business. So, was he working 6 days a week? Probably. But they do like 8 episodes a season. They're an hour long. I mean, I don't know how much you guys know about TV, but let's use Supernatural. Supernatural got like 22 episodes a season every week. And they had that shit wrapped up filming-wise in like 6 months, then 3 months in editing. There's not a whole lot for 8 episodes for an hour, and then there's like a 2-year break between seasons. He was probably there for 3 to 6 months, 6 days a week, sure. No, the real reason is because the showrunners had come out and straight up said they don't like the books, that they don't respect the franchise, that they don't respect the source material. And with Cavill being a big fan and stating from the jump that he only wanted to be part of this project if they were true to the source material, when you got your writers and producers and whatnot coming out saying, fuck the source material, we can do better. For somebody that's passionate about the source material, that's going to rub them the wrong way. He straight up said he would only do it if it stayed true to the source material. Then when do we find out he's quitting? Oh, right after they said they don't give a shit about the source material? I don't know. That's a pretty big red flag to me. It's not just about Superman. He can film The Witcher for 3 months, 6 months, whatever, then do Superman. Because again, these are all effects films. I mean, he's probably got to be on set on a green screen for, I don't know, 3 months, a few hours a day, maybe 5 days a week. I'm not buying this. And again, Henry's lying to cover his career, which I can appreciate. I don't even want to say lying. Like I said, being coy with his words. But he goes on to say, "It was a very powerful moment for me," he continued. "I wasn't too sure how this is going to feel, whether it's going to be cool back in the suit, or whether it's going to be something which was very emotionally connected because I put the Man of Steel suit back on. I chose that one in particular because of the nostalgia attached to the suit. It was incredibly important to me just to be standing and enjoying that moment. Yeah, it was one of the top moments of my career. It feels great to have the opportunity to wear it again." Is Henry Cavill's return as Superman set in stone? While nothing official has been announced yet, there are reports that writers have been pitching a Man of Steel sequel for the actor to star in. Executives at Warner Bros. Discovery reported want more focus on Superman going forward, and they just hired the duo of James Gunn and Peter Safran to spearhead the DC franchise. This was also a major report from The Wrap that claims the fans shouldn't get excited as Henry Cavill hasn't signed a new contract to return as Superman. What do you think about the casting? Let us know in the comments below or by hitting up our Twitter, at Nate Braille on Twitter. Well, here's what I think of the casting. I think he was going to come back regardless because the dude is Superman. And rather than following this guy on Twitter who just has the most abysmal takes, if we're, to assume by this article here, you can follow me on Twitter at BoltTheWord. But like I said, we know the reason Henry quit The Witcher. He quit The Witcher because they were saying, fuck you to the franchise and to the source material, and he did not want to be a part of that, as he shouldn't be. When you're a fan of something, when you love something, and you have the opportunity to work on that something, there's got to be no better feeling. And then to see it destroyed in front of you, and to see it go in these lackluster directions, I mean, what buffoon would want to stay a part of that? He was risking his career, because at the end of the day, these Hollywood actors only maintain their, status of fame if we support them, if we go to their movies, if we buy their products. And since he has been such an advocate for fandom from the get-go, obviously he doesn't want fans turning against him. He doesn't want to turn against himself since he is one of those fans. So, yeah, does Superman play a part in this? Absolutely. But actors work on multiple movies or multiple shows or movies and shows simultaneously all the time. So, could this have been done? I have no doubt it could have been done. It's just the fact that we know where the show is going, or at least Henry knows where the show is going, and he understandably wants to jump ship and work with somebody like Gunn, who actually seems to care about the fans and the franchise. Gunn's work on Guardians, Gunn's work on Peacemaker, whether it be Marvel or DC, he's one of the few that hasn't seemed to kowtow to Twitter. And I respect him for that. Don't love all of his work. In fact, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of his work. But I respect his grind, and I respect his stalwart stance and staying with the fans, even if that means making concessions here and there. And I can say the exact same thing about Henry. But that's all I've got. I want your opinions. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter at BoltTheWord. That way I can keep covering this sort of nerdy news. And until then, this has been Words of Paradise.